Because throughout the summer we are occupied with the MTBO season going on, we are kind of forced to try to make most of the winter in terms of building the van. Not the perfect time for it, but it is what we have. We have some work already done. We have those side windows, we have roof windows and solar panels up the roof, and we have engine maintenance in progress. But inside it's just a cold, empty metal shell. How do we even start? I would love to crochet a big cozy blanket to the van. Oh, and we need to think about some other color than white. It is not very practical. Imagining the design and the small details you find on Pinterest can be enjoyable, but it's not very useful to focus on things like pillow covers and mug colors right away, is it? Let's begin with something more practical. All right. What flooring are we gonna use? No, it is also not it. Come on, let's start with the layout. It is gonna be best if I will make a floor plan, we'll make a list of things with dimensions, and then we'll play around with it. And here's the tricky part. You don't want to spend much time at the beginning of the process overthinking details, but you also want to have many details decided in order to make the first steps. Let me explain. For example, you want to know the dimensions of your sink in order to make the design of your kitchen. But how do you want to decide the dimensions of your sink if you don't know anything about the place or the design of your kitchen? See? Difficult. I guarantee you can spend weeks on overthinking stuff like this again and again. It's kind of a loop and it's hard to get into it. And at some point you just have to start somewhere, go for it, and the rest will reveal itself during the process. Hopefully. Let's see what do we have. We are definitely doing the fixed bed as more space under the bed equals more bikes. 200 by 140 centimeters. Seats, approximately 90 by 50. Shower. We didn't want a shower at first as we were not using our previous one, but it was not a user-friendly one. Then we thought again and we'll be making this kind of a kitchen galley slash shower slash doghouse. So the dimensions are set by the dog bed 80 by 60. Fridge, reused from Eddie, 50 by 50. Sink, reused our previous one from IKEA, dimensions 45 by 40. Air conditioning Truma Sapphire, dimensions 40 by 60 centimeters because we want to keep our dog alive in summer. Diesel heater, approximately 40 by 18. Water heater Elgena Nautic, 25 by 38 centimeters. Water tanks will most probably be custom made, so we can play with that. And I think that's it. There are some options we were thinking about over the autumn, and it seems we settled on this one. Prioritizing kind of everything. Bike storage, kitchen area and lounge area. Luckily we have the biggest one possible, so we can afford it. Moving on to the van. We finally got to the point where we are installing the rear seat here. This is one of the two possible points where to install it, but we kind of thought it's not very sturdy. It looked weird, so we ended up making these metal sheets to strengthen the floor, and it prolonged the whole thing of one more day because we had to find this, make the holes and paint it. We are installing a CTA seatbelt anchorage, and you can check out the installation process in shorts on our channel. Here we have some progress. We have this seatbelt thingy installed. It's pretty strong, I would say. It's reinforced with those metal plates, and here it's not only screwed through the wood but also through the metal floor. So it's super strong, and I think it's not going anywhere. And now's the time to install the floor. So we'll do some framing, insulation, and the plywood floor that was already there on top. But first we have to find a spot for the AC.
But I would like the one with the heating function.
It requires so many big holes in the floor, it is almost impossible to find a spot for it where nothing is underneath. We found exactly one place it can go, so here it is. I believe you can imagine that building a van in winter is not the most practical thing you can do. And there are some technical difficulties as well, because there is no sealant, no paint that can cure in freezing temperatures. But we have to move forward, so we just have to go for it. We heat it up with a heating gun or electric heater and pray it will do as good as it can, because the warm temperatures are nowhere near. And we can finally install the floor. We chose minimal framing and 5 cm thick foam boards. A few big holes in 3 layers of material later, the floor and the AC are installed. The engine had to be disassembled and reassembled 3 times. The first time for timing chain and water pump replacement. The second time because the water pump was leaking. And the third time the crankcase ventilation didn't work properly. Now it seems to be working well. This is the first official test drive after the engine maintenance. Let's go! This is not only test drive for the engine but also for the side windows. We didn't drove with them yet. And for the AC installed and the seat belt thingy.
Yeah.
We are back and it seems like the test drive was successful.
Yeah.
Nothing fell apart. And we're still rolling.
And even the check engine light was also.
Hello and welcome in mock-up of our future living space. We used furniture from Eddie to visualize better the space and how we can move in it. Everything looks smaller than in the floor plan, but it's just van life, everything's tiny. First I want to show you our excellent lounge area, our living room, where it's so comfy to chill after a long day. And we also have seat belts, so we can take 2 more friends on a road trip with us. It should also be able to make 2 extra beds for sleeping. Just a step away is our kitchen galley. Here is our sink, here is our fridge, and here is just space for the cooktop and prep food. And here is our other side of the kitchen, just a tabletop for prepping. And here, if we just lift our countertop, we reveal the shower and the dog bed. It's multifunctional space and it's so handy because we don't use the shower that often and the dog has a place to sleep. And just a few centimeters away from the kitchen and the bathroom is our bedroom with many bikes underneath. Wow! That's it. How do you like it?